Well, good morning. Thank you all for coming this morning. It's with great pleasure that I announce to all of you today that Great Lakes Capital, a real estate private equity firm with offices in Fort Wayne and South Bend, has been chosen to develop the residential component of our latest major development initiative in downtown Fort Wayne. A development agreement between the City of Fort Wayne and Great Lakes Capital with this $40 million investment will be signed today. The financial commitment of GLC's private investment are in place now for this new residential development that will be known as SkylineTower. I'm certainly encouraged by all the momentum that we continue to see in downtown Fort Wayne. GLC will be a great partner. We appreciate their commitment to Fort Wayne as we work together to move our community forward and in the right direction. Providing additional housing and retail opportunities in the heart of our city undoubtedly positions us as a destination place for our citizens, visitors, families, and businesses. We have done our due diligence. We've taken time because we wanted to ensure that this residential piece is reflective of the tremendous investments taking place in our downtown and in our great community. The city's investment towards SkylineTower will be approximately $4 million. This will be sent before the Redevelopment Commission and the Fort Wayne City Council to ask for this bond issuance. A timeline for these approvals will be finalized very soon. Before I ask GLC to come forward, though, I want to recognize and thank Tim Ash. He's with us today, and his support of this exciting announcement has truly been unbelievable. And I want to thank Tim for being such a valuable partner in this project. We can't wait for the Ash Brokerage National Headquarters to be a new neighbor in just the next few months. Now, to provide some more specifics about this investment, I'd like to ask President of GLC, Brad Toothaker, and the CEO of the Bradley Company to come forward to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. It's certainly a pleasure to be here with you all after what I'm sure you know to be a fairly lengthy and strenuous endeavor to get to this point, but it's all been worthwhile, and it's a project that will really pack a punch when done, especially as it is added to, and the mayor acknowledged what Tim Ash has already started. I have to really start by thanking the mayor and his staff, especially Carl Bandemer and Greg Leatherman, for their continued shepherding through the process over the past year or so. Without them, we wouldn't be here. I also need to acknowledge the IEDC and Eric Doden behind me being a part of that, having to do with the CREED grant, which comes from the state of Indiana, which is a critical component of the structured finance for this project. And again, Tim Ash is a recurring theme, and I have to thank Tim for his leadership, his partnership, and his assistance in our component of the project, and without his initiative, this truly wouldn't be happening. Another couple of partners in the project who have persevered alongside Great Lakes Capital and myself through the process are Larry Wygand Construction, Ron Dick and Design Collaborative. They've truly been more than just a partner in the project in this process so far. The teams of Great Lakes and Bradley Company saw incredible potential to develop an iconic downtown building when this opportunity was presented. To augment recent continued investment and growth in downtown, to be a catalyst for advancement downtown and the region. An investment of nearly $40 million to develop SkylineTower delivers distinctive mixed-use development with retail, office, and 124 units of prime residential space in a 12-story, 170,000 square foot building. SkylineTower is a part of a much broader vision to execute our region's Road to 1 Million plan, which is a direct response to the IEDC, identifying population density as a means to economic development generation. Investing in improvements to place in order to retain and attract a young educated workforce is a pillar of our state and local economic development efforts. SkylineTower will significantly augment the urban density required for a more sustainable downtown core. With an additional approximately 200 people living downtown to frequent restaurants, entertainment, and retail, and as many as 60 or 70 new jobs created, potentially more, together with approximately 70 employees of Bradley Company and Great Lakes Capital newly located downtown in our urban core. SkylineTower is truly a quintessential model for public-private partnership, with businesses and the community coming together to create a project that truly moves the needle for the region as it elevates the landscape of Fort Wayne's downtown. Once again, thank you to all of those who have supported us through the process over this past year or so. We very much look forward to next steps. Thank you.
Up here. At this time, I'd like to ask Brad to join me at the table where both of us will sign the development agreement. Okay.
Well, that's not fair, Mayor. You should go first.
At this time, Brad and I will entertain any questions from the floor, or obviously will be available for individual interviews.
It says in the press release 124 apartments, so are these going to be rental option only, or could they develop into condos that people can purchase?
They're fully intended to be rental units to begin with, and they will be premium type occupancy to add to the diversity and alternatives for downtown living.
Any idea on square footages?
Roughly 800 to 1,200 square feet will be the typical model, 1 and 2 bedroom primarily.
What do they rent for?
In the range of $1.55 to $1.65 per square foot per month is the rental range, which will say $1,200 to $1,800 a month.
Why not have a purchase option?
Purchase options are challenging. Condominiums are challenging projects in secondary and tertiary markets, frankly, from the standpoint of financing and underwriting. New development is challenging, obviously, in secondary and tertiary markets. So even in Indianapolis, condominium projects are less frequent than apartment projects, and an apartment project is more of a sustainable investment vehicle downtown and does allow for flexibility for new people coming downtown.
Obviously, a lot of people wanted to know why it took so long. Obviously, it sounds like a great thing here, but can you go into a little detail about what was some of the holdup?
Well, we were not first in place, and sometimes that'll demonstrate a little bit of the challenges involved with the project. A mixed-use project of this magnitude, being 12 stories and 170,000 square feet and $40 million in total cost, it definitely requires multiple layers of finance and public involvement, both city, state, and federal government. And in putting all those pieces together, the full economics of the project, it just took some time and refinement.
I think Alyssa's asking those questions because she might be interested in one of your apartments.
Perfect. We've got a sign-up list right back here.
When would it work again, and when would it be finished?
We hope to start with Wigand in the next within 90 to 120 days of executing all final agreements that are necessary. So sometime this summer. We're looking at a 12 to 15 month time frame to be able to occupy the first floor retail, second floor office, and then probably another 3 to 6 months after that. So it's about almost a 2-year project from the time it starts to where it would be fairly well occupied.
Do you have any tenants secured for the office and retail?
Well, for the retail, we have 2 tenants that are pretty close to being secured. Not able to disclose at the moment, but that'll come out soon, I'm sure. That'll definitely be a good addition to downtown Fort Wayne. And we do have a second floor tenant, which includes Bradley Company and Great Lakes Capital. We're moving our people downtown and expanding.
Okay, if there aren't any more questions from the floor, again, obviously, I will be available for interviews. I do want to get a shout out, as they say, to all the individuals standing behind us. Many of them were involved in putting this project together. They're kind of the unsung heroes because they kept this project moving when sometimes I was getting rather concerned. But they kept moving forward. So all of them deserve a real thanks. And again, thank all of you for coming out today. It's another great day in the city of Fort Wayne. Thank you. Thanks again.